So, guys, after watching episode 14 of my reaction to Attack on Titan season 1, this episode was just really, really great. It was centered around Eren and this trial. It was centered around a lot of people's confusion, not understanding, trying to figure things out, not wanting to figure things out. This episode was just really, really good, guys. So I did enjoy the introduction to Kanji and Mike's character here. Excuse me, in the beginning of the episode. Obviously, at the very beginning, we get the fact that Eren's trying to get a little bit comfortable in his cell. He's asking to use the restroom. He's asking to get something to drink, and the guards, are treating, basically calling him a monster, treating him like a monster. And Eren, thinking in his mind, he's just like they really do, they don't know me, but they're treating me like a monster just based on the fact that I'm capable of using a Titan and stuff like that, and this power and stuff. So once that occurs, then we roll into meeting, like I said, Kanji and Mike here. And at first, it was just at first glance, I thought that Kanji was Sasha, but that's not the case. She just looked like her for a brief split second. I even mentioned that in my reaction to the episode, but that was all cleared up within like 10-15 seconds when she actually introduced herself. But Mike, oh my gosh, your boy here, guys, Kanji, she's up here explaining to him, explaining to Eren. Is it Hanji or Kanji? I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing my train of thought. Give me a second. So Hanji, that's it, Hanji. I apologize. That's my fault, guys. Please forgive me. I was saying her name wrong. Definitely, please forgive me. But yeah, Hanji, when she's introducing Mike, this guy here, and she literally tells us that he smells people. He sniffs them constantly. I guess he meets them for the first time, he has to sniff them, and then he smirks, he smiles after he does that. Just really weird and strange. I don't know if that's gonna play a key role in the episodes to come. I don't know. It's just maybe he has a strong sense of smell. That's just who he is as a person. It's kind of weird to me, but I don't know. It was just weird, guys. I just don't understand why Mike has to smell people. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But them going down this hall and them talking to Eren. Hanji talking to Eren and having conversations with him and stuff. I guess to maybe more so try to distract him, because I know he's a little bit nervous, and they're basically walking him to the courtroom. I guess for this specific spot here in the scene here, it was just best to just have just normal random conversations with him, which to me is pretty much fine. It's just they needed to, he did need to know who they were, and see what happens from there. But obviously that's not this isn't the most important part of episode 14. So obviously the most important part of episode 14 was Eren's trial, and that was basically centered around the basically the people in the military, and Zachary, Commander Zachary, who was the judge of this trial, to make the decision on whether Eren was to be executed or to be placed with the Survey Corps. Now with this scene and everything that occurred, there was just a lot that went on. We like I said at the beginning of the video, there were people still in fear of Eren. There were other people who were defending him. There was so much stuff going on in this episode that when you sit back and watch it the first time and then you watch it again, you pick up on some stuff, and you realize that there were things that needed to happen to go the course that it needed to go. But in Eren's case, it just it definitely seemed like it obviously it seemed like it would have went towards the route of the military police and him getting placed in their custody. But obviously, even at the beginning of the even when Eren was in the cage, one main thing that stood out and he was thinking was when Erwin and Levi were standing in front of him, and Erwin basically said, we're going to discuss some things, we're going to figure out and make a plan to basically get you in our custody, and that occurs towards the end of the trial. But basically, like in the middle, though, I definitely was very upset that that the military police, they brought up Eren and Mikasa's incident that occurred when they were kids, roughly I guess like a decade prior, where they killed people who kidnapped them. If we remember correctly, way back at the beginning of the season, per that memory, Eren killed some people, and even if I remember correctly, Mikasa did too. They killed their kidnappers in self-defense, but they're basically saying, like, military police are saying, like, well, even though it was in self-defense, how do we know that they were doing it just specifically out of self-defense and not doing it per like some training? Because they also had in the courtroom, they also had like the church, the local church of the town, and a lot of them were questioning and wondering, like, was not only was Eren a Titan, is Mikasa a Titan too, type of thing, because they could have been tricking us this whole time. It was just a whole bunch of stuff that happened in this episode that just like I was just sitting back just like, wow, like really, like it's really going that route. Because like I said, I was just like, oh, I had a feeling that in this trial they were going to bring up some past nonsense to try to make it seem like they're evil and stuff like that. It was a really, really good scene, this court case, guys, and it just really, really worked out in the way and the direction that basically, like I said, that Erwin and Levi wanted it to go. And that specific route that they really needed it to go was, basically, it was basically centered around Mikasa, them bringing up the fact that when Eren turned into the Titan, that Rico went on record and wrote in her report that once Eren turned into the Titan, that he went and attacked Mikasa right away because he wasn't in full control, as we know, when he did turn into the Titan. And so with them using that, and of course, Mikasa was upset, and she was giving Rico the side eye and stuff like that. And Rico was just like, well, what you want me to do? You want me to lie? And she was even telling Mikasa, look, tell the truth. Zachary Commander Zachary even asked, is what they're saying on this report true? Did Eren attack you when he was in Titan form? And Rico was like, you better tell him the truth. Shame the devil, tell the truth, type of thing. And Mikasa was just like, yep, he did indeed do that. But then she brought up the fact that he protected her and Armin, two separate occasions when he was in Titan form. And then that's when people were just like, well, we don't have that on the report. We don't have that information. How can we believe you, type of thing? But that's when Levi steps in and starts beating the brakes off of Eren, and I'm just sitting back the whole time, and everybody's just sitting there watching the whole thing go down, except for the leader of the police, military police, asking Levi, should you continue to do this? But that's when Levi's like, this is the best way to do it. You put you in pain, hit you and hurt you and have you cause you pain and stuff like that. This is best for you, and the fact that even if you were to turn, because he even brings up, like, he told him, like how are you all going to stop him if he's able to turn into a Titan right now based upon rage and stuff like that? Can you all can you all defeat Eren in Titan form? I doubt it. Only I know that I can. So, Levi was just saying some factual information, because obviously we saw him in action briefly, and how he fights, and it was very, very smooth, very quick, and straight to the point. So, this court case, this specific scene, the trial, all the information was leading in one way, and it went the actual route that Commander Irwin and Captain Levi wanted it to go. But obviously, me watching it for the first time, I'm just sitting back, like, trying to figure things out when I first watched the episode. But once I rewatched it again, to be able to do this video, I kind of get the reasons why they were doing what they were, allowed stuff to happen and didn't say anything, do anything until specifically this moment. I know Commander Irwin was saying some specific stuff, but not too much until Levi knew that he needed to step in and be like, look, this is the best bet. And then that's when, he told Commander Zachary, like, this is what we need to do. He needs to join us. And it worked. It literally did work in such a way to be able to have Eren join the Survey Corps in this way, in this route. So definitely a great episode, great scene, and the fact too that Eren, when he got his tooth knocked out, that it grew back because Hanji double checked, because she kept the tooth. Hanji double checked to see, she wanted to look at the inside of his mouth and notice that his tooth grew back. So there's another specific thing that I wanted to mention, but I'll bring it up in another video. So, but I enjoyed episode 14. Let me know your thoughts, guys. What did you all think of episode 14 when you sat down and watched it for the first time? What did y'all think of this review video? Leave some comments in the comment section and let's talk about some things. But other than that, I will talk to you on next time with more Attack on Titan Season 1. Peace, guys.